create a fixed mindset, which means even if they do good things, you view them as bad, and this is called negative.
Good evening, everybody. Today is October the 24th. We are reading Robert Greene's The Daily Laws, and this is a bit of a tongue twister that I'm about to read the first part of the passage. The title is Know How Little You Know. I'm going to try to take it slow. When I left him, I reasoned thus with myself, I am wiser than this man, for neither of us appears to know anything great and good, but he fancies he knows something, although he knows nothing, whereas I, as I do not know anything, so I do not fancy I do. In this trifling particular, then, I appear to be wiser than he, because I do not fancy I know what I do not know. Socrates. We like to scoff at the superstitious and irrational ideas that most people held in the 17th century. Imagine how those of the 25th century will scoff at ours. Our knowledge of the world is limited, despite the advances of science. Our ideas are conditioned by the prejudice instilled in us by our parents, by our culture, and by the historical period we live in. They are further limited by the increasing rigidity of the mind. A bit more humility about what we know would make us all more curious and interested in a wider range of ideas. Daily Law. When it comes to the ideas and opinions you hold, see them as toys or building blocks that you are playing with. Some you will keep, others you will knock down, but your spirit remains flexible and playful. The laws of human nature. 7. Soften people's resistance by confirming their self-opinion. The law of defensiveness. So all I'm going to say about this is being flexible in your mind. And I would say don't be so opinionated when you're talking to somebody else. If they have a different view or different opinion of something, take a step back. Don't say what you're thinking in your mind. Just be quiet and let them talk. Because if you tell everybody and then you start arguing with them, then we learned this back in I think August. Don't argue with people. Because it's not gonna get you anywhere, and it's not gonna make you nothing but mad. So take a step back. Let them say what they gotta say. View their opinion. Be humble, and sometimes even taking in, digesting what they're talking about, and letting it marinate. Sometimes it gives you a wider range of ideas, and you might see things a little differently just by being open to their opinion or their whatever they're speaking of. I don't know. That's my little take on it. Y'all have a good night, but learn to be quiet, because especially if you're talking to somebody that is very opinionated, you don't want to stir the pot if they're already talking about something that you don't like. So just be quiet and sit back and let whatever they're saying, roll off your back like water off of a duck. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, y'all have a good night. Do it again tomorrow.